Hey guys, it is Dread Cannon Crusher here, and today I'm going to be making a updated Cyber Dragon deck profile, and I wanted to show you guys my new field center. It's Ash Blossom. Remove that. It's Ash Blossom. You get it from Dual Devastator. It's one of them you can get. But anyways, let's just get on with the deck profile. This deck is worth about $134. About 130. Wait a minute. I did the math. About $139. Never mind. And 92 cents. But you can round up and say that's about $3.40. Okay, first you start off by playing Triple Cyber Dragon. This is your best, or one of your best monsters in the deck. You know this guy. You could just straight up special summon him if your opponent controls a monster and you don't. But sadly, he can. It's basically a -1 if you're going first, and you can't use him. So that's the only downside to it, or bad thing about it. Next, you play Triple Cyber Dragon Core. This is your best normal summon in the deck. You know his effect. If he is normal or special summon, never mind. When he is normal summon, add one Cyber Splatter Trap card to your hand. So you could add Cyber Rev System, Cyber Repair Plant, you can add Cyber Network. Yeah. And plus, if he's in your graveyard and your opponent controls a monster and you don't, you could banish him, special summon a Cyber Dragon monster from your deck. Next card is Triple Cyber Dragon Hurts. You know his effect, or both of his effects, when he is sent to the graveyard in any way, you get to add a Cyber Dragon from your graveyard or deck to your hand. And then if he is special summoned, you can make this card's level become 5 until the end phase. Next card, you play Triple Cyber Dragon Nashter. Again, another one of your best summons. Because if he is normal or special summoned, you can special summon a machine monster from in your graveyard with 2,100 or 2,100 attack or defense, and then you could special summon him by just tributing or sending one other monster from your hand to the graveyard. Next, you play Double Ash. Now I decided to put Ghost Ogre into my side deck because I have another Ash now, so I decided just to have 2 Ash instead of 2 Ghost Ogre. Next, I play 2 Gizmic Yada. Now here's how this card works. If you normal summon, you could tribute that normal summon monster, and then you could do one of 2 things. You can either gain 2,050 life points, or during your main phase, if this card was normal or special summon this turn, you can, immediately after this card's effect resolves, special summon one monster. If you do, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn, except the same monster with that original type as that monster. Which that is going to be really easy, because all your monsters' types are machine. Yep. Good old machine. Next, you play 1 Cyber Dragon Veer. Now, most people do play 1 Veer. I don't know why. I mean, it's just a free special summon, and it gives your Cyber Dragons you control 500 more attack points. Next, you play 1 Jizukiru, the Star Destroying Kaiju. I did actually figure out how you how and why you play with it. All you do is just have these two in your hand. Tribute one of your opponent's monsters. Give them your Jizukiru. Special summon Cyber Dragon. Contact fuse with your Jizukiru and Cyber Dragon to make Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. And then you got rid of one of your opponent's monsters, like Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. That's a good monster to tribute. And then Contact Fuse, because then your opponent doesn't have a strong monster. Next, you play Dino Wrestler Pankratops. RIP Pankratops went down to 1 for no absolute reason. But yeah, special summon this card if your opponent controls more monsters than you do. Tribute him, target a card on your opponent's side of the field, destroy it. Next, you play 1 Galaxy Soldier. This is an easier way to get Hearths in your graveyard if you don't want to normal summon Hearths or set Hearths. Yeah, you just send 1 machine monster from your field. You send 1 other light machine monster. Never mind, it's just a light machine. Light machine monster from your hand to the graveyard. Special summon this card. In defense mode. Next is onto your spells. You play the most OP spell in your deck. You play Triple Machine Duplication. Now what this card does is that target one machine monster you control with 500 or less attack. Special summon up to two monsters from your deck with that same name as that face-up monster. You have 9 targets. Let's see. Core, Hertz, Nashter. Yep, you have 9 targets in this deck. Next, you play 2 Cyber Rev Systems. It's basically the Monster Reborn of the deck, except for only Cyber Dragon, because you could special summon Cyber Dragon from your graveyard or hand, and is unaffected by or cannot be destroyed by card effects. But all the other Cyber Dragon monsters in this deck's name becomes Cyber Dragon Robot in the graveyard, so you're good on that. Next, you play 2 Cyber Repair Plant. I knocked this down to add a I forgot what I added. Yeah, I forgot what I added. I just know that I knocked it down for a reason. Most people do actually play 2 just because of Cyber Emergency, but sadly I do not have Cyber Emergency. It's a really expensive card. It could get a reprint in Dual Overload, though. Don't know when it's coming out, though. Wait a minute. Never mind, yes I do. It's coming out next month? I think it's next month or the month after next month. I know it's on the 20th. Next, you play Double Super Polymerization. Now, this card does not come up enough if you have it at 1, so that's why I decided to put it at 2. I know from my research. I've had it at 1 for a few months. I never see it enough. I never see it when I want to see it. I never see it when my opponent has the advantage. And you never want to see it in your starting hand. Or at least for this deck, anyways. Next, you play 2 Called by the Graves because hand traps are your enemy. So you want to have a way to get out of your hand traps. Just set this and then activate, or then activate something, then your opponent tries to Ash it or Ghost Ogre it. Flip this card and then stop their Ash or whatever. And then it gets banished, and then all the effects of it are negated. Or all the effects of face-up monsters with the exact same name are negated. Next, you play Double Power Bond. I did leave Power Bond at 2 after my last episode, or not episode, my last video for Cyber Dragon. I think leaving it at 2 is actually fine. It's a really powerful card. Fusion summon a machine monster with from your extra deck using cards from your field or cards from your hand. It's an easier way to get into Rampage Dragon, into End Dragon, into, let's see, what other cards can I spoil? Twin Dragon, you do play in here. And that's all I'm spoiling for you. Next, you play double limiter removal. I thought leaving this card at 2 was fine. If I do manage to get a Twin Twister, I can knock this card down to 1, and then I'll play Twin Twister instead. Because Twin Twister is a good card. And it's really easy to get. Just get the Rocket Revolt structure deck. Or I can wait until the Shaddoll Showdown structure deck appears in stores. Which I don't know when that will. I don't know when. But I know it will. I play 1 Overload Fusion. I thought leaving Overload Fusion and dropping it down to 1 instead of having 2 was fine. Because I knocked it down due to reasons. And plus I never even used the second one. So yeah, that was another reason why I knocked it down. Next, you play Super Strident Blaze. You only play this just to get more attacks. You can equip it to, like, Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon. And then you'll have, like, 4 Cyber Dragon monsters sitting in your graveyard. And then you could battle and then activate Super Strident Blaze's effect to banish a Cyber Dragon monster from your graveyard, and then it gets to attack again in a row. So that's really good. Especially for machine monsters. It's basically a walking Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon, but a spell card version. But yeah, next card is onto the traps. I only play 3 traps. And you all know the drill. It's not an infinite impermanence. I play 1 Cybernetic Revolution. I thought leaving this card at 1 was fine. Because all your Cyber Dragon monsters' name becomes Cyber Dragon while on the field. And plus, you have a backup plan if you have leave core on your field in attack mode. Set this, and then you'll have your backup plan next turn your opponent tries to attack. Next, you play Cybernetic Overflow. I thought leaving this card at 1 it was fine, because you only have, like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 targets. And that's fine, because then you can get rid of cards like Secret Village of the Spellcasters, which I actually have done before against my friends. This deck hates Secret Village. Yeah, I really hate Secret Village. But next card, you play Cyber Network. You know the drill. If you control a Cyber Dragon, you can banish 1 light machine monster. Then in 3 turns, this card gets destroyed, and then any card that is banished, you could special summon. Next, that is it for the main deck. This is a 40 card main deck, I think. Yep, 40 card main deck with a 15 card extra deck and a 15 card side deck. Anyways, onto the side deck, onto the extra deck, you play Triple Chimera Tech Mega Fleet Dragon. I actually did get another one. Yeah, today I actually got another one from my friend. I'm giving him an End Dragon for it because he really needs it. Because all he has is 1 Rampage Dragon, a Nova, and a Twin Dragon. That's all he has. And plus this card's good with Contact Fusion, and you don't need to use Polymerization, which is really good. Next card you play 2 Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon. I left this card at 2 because, I mean, the only reason I would take it down is if I had another Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon, which most people do play 2 Chimera Tech Fortress Dragons. But I thought leaving this card at 2 would be fine, because I don't play extra copies of any other card. Or, you know what, never mind. I played 2 copies of Cyber Dragon Infinity and 2 copies of Cyber Dragon Nova. Most people can deal with 1 Nova, but I can deal with 2. I haven't found a way to deal with 1 yet. So yeah, so you have 2 Cyber Dragons chilling on your field. Overlay them into your Nova. Activate Nova's effect. Send Cyber Dragon to your graveyard. Special summon Cyber Dragon. And then make your Infinity. So then you at least have 1 Infinity on the field. And then you manage to get another level 5 monster, which will be really easy. Well, I'm just going to use Cyber Dragon for an example. Special summon another Nova. Activate his effect. Special summon Cyber Dragon from your graveyard. And then make your 2 Infinities. That way you have 2 negations on board. So that means you don't really have to be worried about spell or traps. Unless your opponent baits you, which then you'll be worried. But good thing you have 2, so then you'll have a backup. Next, you play 1 Starving Venom Fusion Dragon for your Super Polymerization. Now you're going to rely on most of your opponent's dark monsters to do this. Or you can rely on your extra deck monsters, because you don't play any dark monsters in your or in your main deck. You do have 7 cards besides this that are dark. Most of your extra deck is dark, though. Yeah, most of it is dark. Next, you play 1 Chimera Tech Fortress. Now, like I said at the beginning, I would knock down my Rampage to add another Fortress, but sadly I only have 1 Fortress, so Rampage is staying at 2 for a while until I can get another Fortress. Next, this card I will bring out if I want to OTK my opponent, because I would normally bring out End Dragon instead if I want to do piercing, but if I want to go for an OTK, I'll choose Cyber Twin just for a faster OTK. Next card, you play 1 Cyber Dragon Seeger. Now you gotta play at least 1 Link monster in this deck, and I think playing Cyber Dragon Seeger is kind of a must, because it's basically a walking Cyber Dragon Nova that it gives a machine monster 2100 attack. This card can't attack, but it does give a monster a massive amount of attack points. Next card, you play 1 Chimera Tech Over Dragon. I thought leaving Over Dragon at 1 would be fine. This is, like I said, this is kind of my boss monster of the deck. Yeah. Now that I am done with the extra deck, now it is on to the side deck. Now I gotta just quickly go through these. 2 Ghost Ogre, 1 DD Crow, 1 Cyber Dragon Veer, 3 MSTs, 1 Limiter Removal, 1 Polymerization, 1 Dark Ruler No More, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Super Strident Blaze, 1 Solemn Strike. I was trying to find my other Solemn Strike, but sadly I couldn't find it, so I'm only playing one. Cyber Dragon Nova and Chimera Attack Over Dragon. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.